But everybody good on their mics?
I think so. Can you hear me?
All right.
Is this a good
Testing.
distance?
1 2 1 2.
It's been a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Rocking it out with a fearless trio. Let's get right to it. Welcome to the entertainment panel. I am your host, Swill. When I feel like hosting. It's good to see you guys. Yeah.
What up?
Don't look at me.
All right, guys. I'm looking at the camera.
What up? I'm Hack. It's been a while since I've been here.
Oh, dude, I owe you like videos.
Yes.
How come you don't remind me?
Because, man, I'm a slacker.
Oh, remind me.
I've been slacking pretty hard.
Literally had a baby. He birthed a baby.
That too.
I didn't birth the baby.
Well, basically,
But hey, yeah,
he was
got
halfway.
a new baby. Hey, baby, my
I would
baby's
hit
gonna
the
be a
round of
month
applause,
old.
but I don't have the thing to hit the button to. But yeah.
Little Lyra Sky, she's here now. Yeah.
Everyone say congrats. Comment right now.
Congrats.
Congratulations. All right.
For spreading my seed across the land.
How many is it now?
5.
Good deal, man. Yeah.
Number 5.
Yeah.
I have a couple. I have this like TikTok idea for us. You know how he always brings his little action figures and he puts it up?
Mm-hmm.
You know that TikTok trend where it's like, all right, you guys better be supportive. My friend's going to talk about their thing for 5 minutes, right? And then everyone's like,
tell.
you better. You better support. We got to throw one up for your little
yes, please.
things.
Yeah, it's a whole. You can have as many as you want now.
Man, I should have brought the bag.
Yeah.
Should have brought the tote, the crate.
We'll get the bag next time.
Yeah, the briefcase.
We missed you here. We're glad that you're back.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, thank you two for being here today. I don't know where everybody else is.
Yeah, it's the dog days of summer. In the summertime, like I just got a text from the Love panel, and they're like, "Oh, probably gonna need the summer off," and I'm like, darn, love the show, but at the same time, I'm like, I understand. It's people coming to sit down for free in your living room. You know, it's tough to do on Thursdays.
Right. Sometimes it can be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been like a month and a half since I've been here myself.
Yeah, happens.
And I was here pretty consistently before that for 3 months or something almost.
What I'm gonna try to do is once I get the cast to where it's gonna be consistently, is like I am gonna start scheduling the shows to where when like we'll have an audience that just watches us live and we'll go live on every show.
Right.
Dope. So that's gonna be a thing. That's gonna be a thing real soon. So I'm just working out the kinks and the details of how to get that done. I think I'm gonna get that done within the next 3 weeks. So
okay.
We shall see.
We built a community up here. Like the panels, we may have different panels, but everyone loves to be here and be supportive of each other. It's not like a chore to come here. We really enjoy it, and we have the best boss ever. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, best boss ever.
Welcome.
Don't look at me.
Okay. You guys gonna quote tweet that? Thank
you. Anyway, let's get to it. All right, so we do this. We're gonna be doing it like we've been doing it. Let's start off with what you guys been watching. We'll start with you, Lucas.
Well, I haven't been watching too much since I've had the little baby around recently. So one of my fallbacks is Batman the Animated Series, and I recently got informed that my Amazon Prime account got renewed. You know.
Okay.
So I said, let's go check out what's going on over there. And I mean, I've watched The Boys. I'm caught up on that, waiting for the new season. Invincible, caught up on that, waiting for the new season. But I'd seen Batman. I'm like, that's a good old classic from 1992 animated series. You know, if you know Batman, you know the animated series, and it's like one of those kind of self-fulfilling, chicken soup on a cold day. Like it's soothing, I guess, because from my childhood. Specifically, the 2 episodes I do recommend is The Heart of Steel, part 1 and part 2. It's back to back. So go check that. If you watch any Batman the Animated Series, I think those episodes right there will get you captivated.
Is the character consistent with the other animated series Batmans, or is he a little different?
Like he's the original animated Batman, not the original animated, but in the 90s, 1992 animated Batman.
Yeah,
like a lot of the Batmans, they have been based off of him. Like he was a big evolutionary step.
Same voice.
Kevin Conroy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he voiced Batman for 30 years. I mean, he passed away a couple years ago, unfortunately. But
how they making? Is it just unreleased episodes they're putting out?
No, it's this episode's just from '92, the old animated series. Yeah.
Okay.
What's your favorite Batman? Who's played your favorite Batman?
Well, I mean, live or
any of them.
Any of them.
Who's your fave?
Well, I mean, it's got to be Kevin Conroy because he's done the voice on so many cartoons, video games.
So not Robert Patterson.
No, but but I'll give him a good number 3 or 4 though. When it comes to Batman's, I will give him a damn good rating because so many people did not give him any credibility before, and then when I seen the movie, I thought it was just
it's good.
I thought he did a damn good job.
Yeah.
Give me your top 3, just characters and from any Batman characters from any show, any movie, just the 3 that you like. Give me your top 3.
You want me to go from 3 to 1 or 1 to 3?
3 to 1.
3 to 1.
3 to 1. Okay. Like villains or heroes or
Anybody.
Any of them.
Any of them.
You gotta have at least one villain in there, though.
Oh
if
yeah,
not,
that's gonna be a good number 1. But anyway, I think if I had to say number 3, I do like Killer Croc. Killer Croc's he's a gnarly villain, and I just I like big brutes. And these are probably going to all end up being villains because if I said Batman, they'd be kind of cliche.
right?
But yeah, Killer Croc, Bane, of course, Bane. Got to have good Bane.
The movie Bane? Which Bane?
The comic Bane specifically because in the comic, that Bane, he's highly intellectual and strong as fuck. You know, with the ninjutsu also. So like the comic book Bane, he was just completely OP. But if there's anybody in the series, I think that deserves it would be Mr. Freeze, because the story that they gave him specifically in the animated series, like the whole thing is like, you know, he's a scientist, he's trying to figure out a way to save his wife, and like they cut the funds for his project, and because of that, he had to put his wife in like this cryogenic, you know, situation, and he was never able to get the cure for her, and then the whole thing, he turns from that classic scientist to the villain, but the villain, he's not just a complete crazy person. He's trying to save his wife, and that's kind of what put him into the side of evil, because he's like, bro, I'm just gonna you niggas up. So you know, like the way that they tell the story in the animated series specifically, though, like that's where he got his big evolution, because he went from just being like a campy whatever, you know, in the older series. Like that's when they really gave him just that story, that good root, that good, like, oh, you can't, there's no way you can't agree with him if you know his story.
Right.
Okay.
I love the complicated villains like that.
Yeah.
Complicated villains where it's easy to be on their side.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And then a good side note, like, you know, maybe number 4 or something down there, like the Riddler.
Yeah,
Okay,
Riddler.
yeah.
The Riddler's always a good one.
What do you get? Which ones do you like?
Okay. Don't hate on me for this, but I'm a Joker fan. Like, anything that's Joker related, I'll watch it. I'm here for it. Like, let's watch it. I think Batman's storyline is boring. And don't hate on me. It's a hot take. It's just been there, done that. Same with the Spider-Mans. Like, how many times can you remake it and it still be interesting? It's same storyline. Of course, there's new things and there's new characters and new people playing it. But
your clip got a lot of hits where you were talking about I don't want the same hero.
Yeah.
It got a lot of hits. I think you got like a couple thousand people that kind of agreed with you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like you said, you can only tell the story so many times, and like as we've seen, Hollywood is just regurgitating the same thing over and over. And
see, I think it's different though when they put it in a kid's perspective, because like when they put it in like a kid's animated, they can't tell the same story. Batman's kind of a mature hero. Like he's older. He's meant for adults. Adults are like, oh, we're grown up. Like we had like terrible childhoods.
You better go watch some animated series. You better go watch what is it? The Cape Crusader.
Wait, is it geared towards adults?
The Brave and the Bold. No, these are all cartoons, but like the storytelling, you're like, oh man, like it's a good story.
No, I feel that. That's why I say the animated's like different, because I feel like grown like filmed versions, it gets boring. Like as adults, we grew up on Batman.
Yeah,
and
but
was
some
younger.
of those cartoons are still like dark though. Like they can get darker than the movies.
I mean, Dora can get dark. You know what I mean? I just feel like
what's in the bag?
Swiper, no swiping. But
I agree with you. The animated series is definitely a better turn on the characters than the movies.
Yeah,
and plus, I think it's just what people are into right now. I miss like old filming. Like I miss like old animation specifically.
Yes. Oh man, I was just about to say something about that before we passed on. Like that's something that has got me really captivated, specifically the animation style, because everything, like even I guess I can bring it up. The new King of the Hill is going to be coming out soon.
Okay.
The revitalized King of the Hill is going to be coming out, I think, August 4th, I believe. But you know, a lot of that talk that I've been seeing online is how, you know, the animation, it's a little bit different. The movements are different. It's a little more with the flow because it's more digital. But like comparing that to the original animations from the 90s, the later 90s that they had, because they were all still drawn cells. Everything was hand drawn. And it's just kind of crazy to think how that's almost a lost art now. So yeah, when I'm watching the Batman, when I'm watching old episodes of King of the Hill, like even old episodes of Beavis and Butthead,
right?
You can see that difference in the animation, the way that they move. The characters are like, just they're more alive, they're more visceral, like the way that they're just animated. How like when they do it with CGI, it just seems so stale.
It's giving. You ever put a photo into AI and it says, "Oh, what happens next?" and it like makes the characters move, and it's something completely rigid. Yeah, that's how animation's becoming.
Yes,
and I miss the old drawing. It was just so much better, and I've been kind of like underwhelmed with some of the new ones.
Or even I seen something earlier today. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about it. Pixar. They've been getting not a lot of backlash, but they've been getting some backlash because they've been having nothing but like that same animation style that they've had for the past 4 years now.
Is Emilio Pixar? Yeah. Oh, is that what they're getting backlash on?
Yeah, because it's been the same art style, like from that movie like Red or whatever, and then there was a couple other ones like Coco was the last. Coco was the last one that had like an original animation.
I think you're talking about Luca.
Yeah, Luca. Yeah,
and then there was Emilio. Yeah. Red. And there was one more.
And there's another one.
Raya the Dragon.
But they're all like, they call it the bean mouth.
Yeah.
And they all like have that. So if you ever seen Steven Universe, like they got that style of animation, but it's 3D, obviously.
Right.
But they're like, yo, you guys have been like the pioneers of animation and design for years. Why are you guys doing the same shit for the past 4 years now?
Yeah. I think it's because of technology. That when you use technology to create, technology pulls from things that are known before, and when you don't use technology and they were using that stencil, they were pulling from their own imagination.
Right. So I think that's what it is. A lot of it's just going into a program now.
Right.
Hey, AI generate this, AI generate that. And they give it a couple pre-thought like.
I think it's also
sketches.
What works. Like they know it's worked in the past. I mean, Red was a huge like box office selling, right? Because it approached new topics and the animation style just worked, right? And then they came out with what was it? The Family of Madrigal. What's that called? Encanto. That was the other one.
But that wasn't the same design though. That wasn't the same. That was like the animation style like Coco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if you look at Coco and if you look at Red, you'll see the difference. The deliberate, like in Coco, it's like you have that more realistic feel, tone, like even when it's on his grandma, like you can see the wrinkles on her face kind of thing. Whereas if you watch like the movie like Red or that Luca, they're just all smooth and like bubble almost, like.
Okay, not to be that person, but I thought that was deliberate because, oh my gosh, this sounds so bad. Like, because they're Asian. Like, I thought that was deliberate.
That does sound terrible.
I know. I was going to say, is that not why they did that?
No, Luca's not Asian.
Oh, but like, I thought that's why it worked for Red, though.
I mean, that could potentially be that animation style work because of that, you kind of like correlate that with that animation style.
Right.
I get what you're saying, but they're a lot of things are just saying they're using it too often now. It was appropriate for Red. Maybe it was appropriate for Luca, but like the next one that they have now, Emilio, it's just like you guys are just, rinsing and washing boring. And rinsing back out again. Like, do something different. You guys are known for being such good pioneers in the animation world. Quit regurgitating the same stuff. Like,
also, I feel like there was another movie that came out, and I can't remember the name of it, but Emilio was giving me the same vibes of it, where they go into back in time, outer space. Like, what was it? Maybe it was Red. You know how like in Red? No, maybe it wasn't Red.
No.
I can't remember. There was another show that came out and it was giving me the same vibes, except it's like alien version now with Emilio. And I was just kind of like, I feel like.
You sure you're not thinking of Luca? Because like they changed into the water monsters?
No, not Luca.
Oh, okay.
It's something else. I can't think of it. It'll come to me.
I don't know. Well, that's why I don't know. Batman got us here. So
all right.
That's what I've been watching is animated series. Batman.
What have you been watching lately?
I'm about to start the new Squid Game series, but I've had so many spoilers. I already know what happens. And the first day it was released.
Oh god.
Yeah, I watched quite a bit of it too.
And
I'm not gonna spoil it.
It's like even this morning on Facebook, I was like, oh, then that happens. Now I've seen that happens. Can't even scroll on my phone anymore.
Let me ask you this about Squid Games. Do you feel like they're carrying the story well based off of where we left off last season? Or is it getting to, because the thing is they struck lightning in a bottle with that first season. Mm-hmm. Have they carried, do you feel like they've carried on well, or do you feel like, oh, this needs to
I'm
die?
going to speak as if I've already watched a show because I know what happens.
Right.
I think that, have you seen it? I don't want to spoil it for you.
It's all good in the hood.
Have you seen it?
No, not the new one?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen season 3 yet.
I don't want to ruin it for him.
I mean...
okay, how do you continue a story if the main character's dead?
I mean, they did it in Last of Us. You can just
but that's different. It was already written. It was already written out. It was a video game, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't a movie before, right? This show is new, and it was surrounding this one main character, and now they have to take a new direction because this character is dead now. Where do they go from that? I personally hope he's not dead. Like, I hope that for some reason they're able to save him and he comes back, because what about the plot of the red hair? Right? Like, the red hair is never mentioned in this season, right?
Is it like comic book rules? If you don't see it, it didn't happen?
Well, they do show him on the floor, and they're like, because there's like a hot topic brought up. There's never been a winner who's won twice, but the girl in the show, this is a spoiler and I'm sorry for this, she has the baby, and they make the baby a player.
Nice.
So it's the baby and him at the end, and he kills himself to save the baby. So the baby is left to the cop brother with a bunch of money, and the daughter of 456, she gets the money that he was going to incur. And the
mother dies?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Sorry. Yeah, she can't do she gives birth, and at some point she twists her ankle, and there's a jump rope game, and she can't jump rope because her ankle's twisted. So 456 is like, I'll come back for you. He immediately goes with the baby and jumps the jump rope and gets across, but everyone starts going across, so he can't go back until everyone's across, and he runs out of time, and she kills herself to prevent him from dying so he can take care of the baby. So
damn, look at that.
It's crazy. I mean, there's a lot of stories to follow. I mean, you have the brother of the 5 sisters, he's the youngest. In the last season, we saw that he didn't go back and get ammo. He got scared. He was pretending to be brave, right? And at the end of the day, it cost them the rebellion. There's that. You have player 001 that you can never trust, right? You can't trust him, which I think is an interesting plot. I've also seen a conspiracy theory that the girl in the beginning of season 2, you finished season 2, right? Of Squid Games?
Ma'am, just go ahead.
Okay, the very first episode of season 2, there's a girl who's obsessed with this famous K-pop star, and she moves during the red light, green light game, and she gets killed and dies. But in season 3 of Squid Games, there's a girl who's one of the heads, and she looks just like the player who died first. Now, who else was in the game that played? That was one of they're sending them in to play, and I think she forgot she was playing a game and got overwhelmed. So there's a lot of conspiracies to where they can continue, but I think that if you kill a main character, you kill the show. Just like, unless you have multiple main characters that are still alive. Like, for example, the 100. They have a bunch of main characters, so if one dies, it's not that big of a deal.
What about The Walking Dead?
Yeah, that's another show where a lot of the
main characters are dying.
But they have a lot of main characters is the issue.
This show just started off with just one main character.
Right.
So I don't know. It's a couple of different storylines, but it just doesn't seem like all the other storylines are as deep as the main character.
Like I said this when season 2 came out, the first half of season 2 was boring.
Don't look at me.
It was boring. First half of season 2 was really boring because it's about the cop trying to find this guy.
Yeah.
And that was boring. We want to see the games.
Yeah.
So
boring,
I don't know. I feel like they kind of killed it by killing him this season, but also what were they going to do? I feel like it's kind of just their time with Squid Games. Another show I'm watching is, and I've been watching it, is the Desperate Housewives. I've been obsessed with that. I'm almost done. No, it's an old show. My mom used to watch it.
No. It's just I was gonna say, is it like a new version of it, or
no?
Is it,
oh no,
you went back.
Reruns.
Yeah, wow. I'm trying to watch all the oldies. Okay,
what's your take on it now that you're all the way through it? I'm on
the last season.
Yeah.
Okay. Different seasons. I like different moms.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like I've never liked Brie. She's always been like gung ho, like she's been like your basic Republican mom. Like, and I just like, I'm like, ugh. Every time she talks, I'm like, ugh. Like, I'm just like, ick. She's like, I support my man. But now in season 6, she's finally being independent and she like kind of goes away from her ways, which I do kind of like, but also at the same time, it makes her double unlikable because she doesn't stick to a story. And then I liked Edie Britt. She was kind of like the town whore, and she brought a lot of concepts. She brought a lot of concepts to the show, but they killed her off. And then I would say my favorite's probably Gabrielle because she's like a rich model and she's very shallow at the beginning of the show and she builds character. Her husband's blind and she has kids and she takes care of them. And then he gets unblind. Like he has a surgery and she's like, I'm fat. Like he's never going to like me. And like, she's just so relatable. And then she's kind of a bitch too. And I'm just like, yeah, you tell him, Gabrielle.
He gets unblind.
Yeah.
I'm going to remember that.
So it's a good show. But I think out of all the reruns I've been watching back, it's not top tier. I still think it's better than Devious Maids, but I just feel like it's very old school too.
Do you understand why it was so popular in the time it was?
Yes,
or you're like,
yes, absolutely.
Okay. So
that's what I mean by that.
It still holds up. Okay.
If I was a mom around that time, yeah, I'd be like, this show is the shit. But I wasn't, and I'm a younger, new generation, and a lot of the stuff doesn't fly now. So it's interesting to look back. I would love a remake, probably, of Desperate Housewives, but like, I would love to see a millennial version.
Oh yeah. Well, question for you guys: do you guys like talk to your neighbors?
Yeah, for sure.
Really? Do you talk to your neighbors?
Okay, here's the thing. I don't right now because.
Well, like if you
hey,
like when you
wait a second. Yeah. What about your neighbors?
My neighbors right now, like
they don't like her.
Growing up, okay, I'm the type of person that's gonna wear what I want when I want, and I want to go out. But I always have like Karen neighbors. They're like, you're gonna wear that outside, and like also I've always had like just like in your nose neighbors. They're like, oh, what are you smoking? Oh, what are you doing out there? Or you're making a lot of noise. And then I have this one neighbor right now that gets upset when I let my dog out and he barks. Because they have chickens in their backyard, so my dog's gonna chase the chickens, and then they all get mad at me. So I don't know. It's just my neighbors right now. We're not the best of friends, but I have lived places where I've had really good neighbors, and I usually try to like make cookies or like conversate with them. But would I try to be best friends with my neighbors in the future? Not unless I'm buying a house. You don't need to like your neighbors unless you're gonna live there forever. So.
Yeah, true. I did inquire on my neighbors in my neighborhood, and apparently some of them are fucking insane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. Well, you're in a neighborhood. We got lots of neighbors.
Drama.
Well, yeah, and so I checked in. Like I met one of my neighbors, and she's really cool, and we like smoked a couple times. So I was like, all right, cool. Like but she filled me in on all the drama. Apparently, the guy who lives in my building, the only other person who lived in my building, he got taken away for 20-something counts of child porn.
Oh.
So he's gone, which was crazy because the feds already pulled up on him once, and I didn't see it. I was gone, but
that's crazy.
She told me they came and took his computer and all his shit and him, and he's gone. He's done. He's like, you can look him up. He's done.
Done. Fucking chomos. That's what y'all get, you fucking faggots.
Jesus
Sorry.
Christ.
All right.
One of my neighbors.
Blur out everything you did.
Beep, 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 beep.
You little whatevers, and then bleep it out.
My bad. Got a little overwhelmed.
One of my neighbors is this Arab lady who's going through a divorce, apparently. Mm-hmm. I only know who the family is because one day two of the boys got one of the bikes and was riding around on the bikes, and one of the boys like hit it like really hard on the bike, and the bike fell on him and it hurt his hip and he couldn't move. So the ambulance had to be called, and then a couple of the neighbors were out there, and his dad came out, and I thought his dad might have lived in the complex, but I'm like, I don't remember seeing him. And come to find out, the dad is like divorcing the mom, and the mom is bat shit crazy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like the police is always over there. And she's like, now she does this thing where she like walks around the neighborhood, but she walks around the neighborhood like very fast, very like, and she wears like barely any clothes. So she's like walking around the neighborhood with her ass out, tits out, and everything, and just like speed fucking walking. And the kids are like so annoyed with her. So one of the kids is like, she's like, the police were over there, and I think someone called the police, and she was like trying to walk around the neighborhood to make it seem like you guys are like following me or whatever. But she made the kid come out with her, and so she's walking around. She's like, "Come on!" She's like talking to him in whatever language she's speaking. She's like, "Come on!" And so he's like following her, and he's got his phone, and he's like, I see him, and I'm like, "Hey man, like, hey, how's your leg doing, bro? Like, you know, you hit it pretty hard. Like, y'all good?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm good." She was like, and she's just like, just very frantic. And if you saw her like up close, she looks like she's on like hard drugs, like hard drugs. But I think that she's just, I don't know what the issue is, but it's hilarious to watch. Like, she's the crazy lady, and then apparently like we have this wooded area right behind. Apparently, like there's been neighbors like trying to like get people to come over there and like fuck, and then it's just like there's all types of hidden shit in there. There's places to like hide bodies in the woods, and then there's like all different types of like weird offshoots of trails back there and stuff. So yeah, my neighbor situation has like, I'm like all about the neighborhood now. Like I want to know everything. I have a neighbor, Gene, that's over there. He's really cool. He's an old retired detective. He doesn't move. Like he doesn't come out of his space. He's there. That's it. Serbian neighbors, we say hi, zdravo, kako si, dobro, done. And then the rest of them, it's a crapshoot between trap houses, fucking weed smokers, and
how much you pay for rent in this neighborhood?
It's a nice neighborhood. The thing is like I don't see any of the shit.
It's a nice neighborhood, guys.
Well, I don't see anything. These are
come fuck in the woods and find some dead bodies.
These are just the murmurs that go on.
That's crazy.
If you don't ask, you don't know. Like I've lived here 7 years, did not know any of this.
So how did you recently discover all this?
I was just walking around because like I got into the habit of like walking around at nighttime, like just trying to stay active and stuff like that. And I was walking, and one of my neighbors were like scared of me because I'm a big black guy, and I was like, "Oh no, it's cool, it's just me." She was like, "I've never seen you outside before." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've been here for a long time." And so
I only come out at night.
Well, I introduced myself and everything, and she was like, "Do you smoke?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "We smoked and everything," and I'm like, "Hey, I'll call you over when I got some good shit." Blah blah blah. So we hung out, and she was like, "Hey, do you know what goes on in this neighborhood?" I'm like, "No." She was like, "Great, I feel you all in."
Great, let me give you the tea.
She gave me.
She goes, "I'm no longer scared of you. Now you're my best friend."
Yeah. So it's cool. It's cool. Shout out Billy. So it's really awesome.
That's so wild.
Speaking of neighbors, man. Well, my neighbor on one side, they got they have an autistic little girl, and she's about 4 or 5 years old, right? So she's recently like learning that she can exit the property.
Oh,
right,
great,
right.
We got to run her.
Oh, dude, it's crazy because like I mean, we're real cool with the neighbors. Like we share a parking spot. Like I gave them like a little piece of extra property or whatever for them to park their extra car in. So like we're real tight. They mowed our lawn, for like a couple years while I was like healing from the accident and shit. But yeah, recently this little girl's been not only escaping from the house, like locked doors, locked gate. She's been coming into other neighbors' houses.
Like, my brother did that when he was younger.
Like, no, this isn't just a one-time occurrence. This is a normal thing.
Yeah.
And it's been wild because there's been a time before when I was about to get down with the get down. Kids were at school. Everybody else is gone. And me and the woman are... Right. And then me and the woman about to get freaky with it. And the next thing you know, the dog's like barking and shit and doors open. Like, what are you doing? Like, then there's a little girl running around. I'm like, who the hell is this little girl? Oh, the next door neighbor. Okay. Right. Letting dogs out.
This has got to be a little white kid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My brother, he has ADHD, and my mom banned TV past 9 p.m. So at 2 a.m, he would go over to the neighbor's house when he was younger and turn on SpongeBob in their living room. And they would wake up in the morning and just see SpongeBob and my brother asleep on their couch. And this happened like every day for like 4 months.
Yeah, see, no, that's why I locked the door.
Yep.
I brought a whole new lock and everything. Put that bad boy on there. Yep, we got to put a stop to that.
Yeah.
Not in my house. You can go.
Well, where does the little 5-year-old girl go? If she's not going to go to your house, she's going to go to someone else's.
They need like an extra lock.
They need
at the top.
They need to get a lock
like a deadbolt
higher than she can get. I don't know, man. She's like a little con artist, but they're getting out somewhere because she must have taught the dog, or the dog taught her because caught the Rottweiler out there a couple times too.
Really?
Yeah, he would just say, "Hey, what up?" I'm like, "Hey, come on, Teddy, you got to go back home, bro. Like, this ain't your spot."
That's nuts.
Yeah. So, but they're cool. They're chill. And then same issue with the other neighbors. Now that I think about it, their dog gotten out a couple times, and I had to let Charlie or whatever his name is, had to let him home, get him home. But I mean, it's all cool. Like, tight knit.
One time I caught my neighbor in my trunk. I was like, I came home and my neighbor was in the trunk of my car, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, your trunk was open." And I was like, "Was it?"
Was it?
And so I was like, "That's weird."
That's good.
Since I just brought my groceries in and I just closed it, that's weird. And they were like, "I'll see you," and I was like,
"That's good."
There was a recent death in the neighborhood that we seen.
Oh, really? You seen it?
Well, I mean, we didn't see it happen, but like when I was, I woke up and I went to go to work, and the CSI coroners at the spot across the way.
He fucking killed Kenny.
No, man. Drugs are bad, okay? Like, don't do drugs, people. Don't do drugs.
Oh, Zodi.
Don't do drugs. Yeah.
How do you feel about online friends? Like, do you play a lot of video games? Like, do you make a lot of online friends ever?
You know what? I only got online friends that I've made. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think I've only ever made 2 online friends. One online friend, I ended up having a daughter who's now 15.
Wow.
And my other online friend, started talking to him because he was like on a forum one day about Transformers, and was like, "Hey, I want to talk about Transformers with somebody." And I was like, "Talk about Transformers with me, dog." Mm-hmm. So then, like, I was like, I've been friends with him for like 3 years. I've never met this dude. He lives out in Maine. What up, Alex?
I feel like some people that I talk to and hang out with online, I'm better friends with them than I am some of my real friends in real life. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it's like there are conversations it's easier to have with somebody that you're not face to face with that you're comfortable with.
I've done online dating, and then because of moving from Arizona here, a lot of my friends that that were personal friends that I in real life became online friends because I moved. Mm-hmm. But I have a friend. Well, I guess he's a friend now. Like there's people that I interact with online consistently to for engagement.
Right.
On TikTok. So my boy Ono on TikTok. Shout out my mans. Me and him will share videos every single day, and I like and like repost all his shit every single day. And my friend Kay, who used to live across the street, she was on the Love panel once with her husband, or a couple times with her husband Jared. Mm-hmm. Shout out Kay, love you very much, love you too, Jared. They're now online friends because they moved. So, and I like all her shit and repost all her shit because she does TikTok and everything too. So there's like that relationship I do just because I'm a creator. I understand what it's like for creators. There's a guy who lives in Tennessee that we used to work together, and now we're online friends because he does TikTok shit and I just repost all his shit. So.
Oh yeah, I mean I got friends like that I've met. You're like, oh, let me get your Facebook, and then you just stay in touch like over the years.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So I play a lot of video games now. I've gotten really into my video game era this past year. Mm-hmm. And I'm playing like Valorant and all kinds of stuff like that, like Fortnite. And I've made a couple friends throughout the way. And I have this friend, his name's Lucifer, but he doesn't go by Lucifer. He hates his name. So everyone calls him Secret. That's like his nickname. Shout out Secret. So he is basically sick, and so all he does is work at home. He has a kid, and whenever I'm free, I'll play video games with him. And he it started off with like once or twice I'd hang out with him, but now it's like I'm going on a cruise in August, and he owns a shark fishing business, and now we're gonna go shark fishing in August. And nice. I have all kinds of friends like all over the place just from playing like video games with people, and I think I understand boys and men now. Like I think like ever since I started video game, I'm like I understand how people like they feel more comfortable playing online. Like I think I understand like if I had a boyfriend who was obsessed with video games, I feel like I would understand that connection with people ever since I started playing. So I do recommend getting your girlfriends into gaming.
Yeah.
if that's what you guys, right? Because then they'll understand your relationships better. And also I understand the boys now. Like I get what it means by like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out with the boys. Like I get it now.
So you say.
Like I do get it, and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go hang out with the boys too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no, I get it, and I don't know. I think it's kind of neat the like world we live in where we don't have to live next to someone to kind of relate to them and understand and like talk to them, which is kind of nice because sometimes it's really hard to talk to people around you, and maybe it's because you can see their faces and they can judge you, but I think it's nice. Yeah, I don't know. I'm always like,
why are you judging people for judging? Isn't that judging?
I'm a judger.
Right. Look at you.
I judge the fuck out of people.
Yeah.
Judging.
But I won't say that I'm like I won't
tell you to your face.
I'll just be like, oh, I love that for you.
Oh yeah, I hate it when people say that.
Bless your heart.
Well, because like here's the thing, I'm not going to tell you that what you're doing is like the right response or is the wrong response. I'm just going to say I love that you feel that way because all people want is to be validated in their feelings. How would you feel if you feel strongly about something?
Yeah, of course people want to be validated in their feelings, but they're not always right. You need to tell them, hey, wake the fuck up sometimes.
Well, okay, there's a difference between if someone says they don't like Squid Games, I'm not going to sit there and tell them, you're wrong. It's the best show ever.
If somebody told me they don't like Transformers, I'm going to tell them to get the fuck out of my face.
That's wild.
It is.
Go get fucked.
Get fucked.
I shouldn't say that. I gave my life to
Jesus
a while ago.
More bleeps.
Yeah, more bleeps.
No, but I really think that we should change the name of this podcast from the entertainment panel to the out of pocket panel.
Out of pocket. Damn.
Yeah. I feel like we're always out of pocket, and all of our clips that go viral are like the out of pocket ones. And I've been thinking about that a lot. Like I just feel like we never like stick to one thing, but I mean it's always like out of pocket.
I think I got the good groove, like doing the show and tell style right now.
Yeah.
I think it's a good groove for us because we do like. I do like the banter, and I do like being able to talk about different things. Like we talk about the neighborhood, we talk about friends, BFFs that are like through gaming, different things like that. Those are the things that I definitely want to capture on top of, hey, what you watch a little bit, that type of shit. But go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that music. What since we're talking about. What have we been watching lately? What have y'all been listening to lately?
And that I don't have anything to add to what we've been watching because Joe covered Nathan for You a couple weeks ago, and we already talked about Squid Games. The only other thing that I'm watching right now is Animal Kingdom, but I've only watched a couple episodes, and it's like really like never mind. But as far as music goes, I will take you there because. I will say it's been a couple weeks and we got a couple weeks to live with it. That Lil Wayne album is a livable album. He added some things to the deluxe. So if we brushed over it, and I'm not gonna deep dive it, but that's an album that you definitely want to revisit if you get a chance. It's not that bad compared to when it first came out, how the perception of it was. And then, do you guys remember the Clipse? That made Grinding?
Do I remember the Clipse?
Yeah, Clipse that made Grinding.
Oh, on TikTok?
No, the group. The group Clipse, Malice and Pusha T.
Yeah, I remember.
Do you?
Nope. I don't remember shit.
Yeah, right.
Hold on.
This is ringing a bell.
You've heard this before.
He's going to put it on for us.
This is a little
Okay.
Okay, so that's the Clipse. Malice went on a hiatus. He found Jesus and stopped rapping.
Right.
Pusha T's been around since forever, and he's been rapping with Ye and everything like that. Anyway, they got back with Pharrell. Pharrell does all their beats. They're all from Virginia.
Okay.
He's done their beats since the early 2000s when that song came out. I think that song came out in like 03 or some shit. But outside of that, they got a new album that's dropping, and they dropped their first single, Ace Trumpets, their second single, So Be It. Both of them are bangers.
I heard So Be It's album. I didn't.
The song So Be It?
Yes, that one. That one has been on like top charts, right?
I think so.
Because I listen to top charts every week, and I just got Apple Music, and that one has come on like I think at least like 6 times in the past week.
Ace Trumpets is a banger. So Be It is really cool, and So Be It, he dissed Travis Scott. Yeah, pretty tough.
Yeah.
So those are the things that I'm excited about. Outside of that, I was riding around with one of my friends, and they're like, "You listen to really sad music," and I didn't think so. But I listen to very like smooth R&B when I'm by myself. I either listen to hardcore rap or smooth R&B, and that's kind of it. So there's been a couple albums that have come out that I'm probably not going to press on because they're not like really famous people. But yeah,
I listen to softcore music. I listen to softcore like girly pop, like. dang, his lips are salty. Like, you don't like it. Like no one is going to relate to my music. Everyone makes me change the
That's
DJ.
what they play in the Barbie Dream Home?
No, I just be like in my feels all the time. That's just my kind of music. But
they're like Sabrina Carpenter type shit.
Yeah, but but I'm live on TikTok. Okay, TikTok, pause for a second. I have started listening to podcasts a lot lately. Sorry. I've been listening to podcasts a lot lately, and there is this podcast that I've really gotten into, and it's kind of spooky. It's called Radio Rental. Have you heard of it?
Mm-mm.
It basically, I'm sorry. I'm like,
it's getting reckless.
Abusing
Radio Rental, and Radio Rental basically talks about real life, like freaky ghost stories that happen, but it's not necessarily ghosts. It could be like paranormal or like just freaky reoccurrence that has happened. And I heard this one story just yesterday about this woman who owns a chicken coop, and she has one rooster for her chicken coop, and it like, I forget what the word is for it, but it like roosts or whatever it is every morning, right? Well, one morning it didn't do that, and she was like, that's weird. Well, then that night it like just kept doing it all night, all throughout the hours. Then the next morning it stopped, and they couldn't find it, so they looked all over for it the next day, and it's just been missing, but it was dead in the corner of the coop, and they thought it was really weird that it just croaked itself to death is what it is. It croaked itself to death, so they buried it by a tree. They were really sad. It was a young 1-year-old rooster. And then they drove to Chicago to go visit some family, and they were going to stop at her brother's place, but then decided not to because they were late for a family event, and they were like, we'll swing by after, because the brother and this family are like not talking. They're fighting. And while she's at this event, she gets a call from the hospital. Her brother had a stroke and was in the hospital, and he's basically in a coma, and even if he came back from the coma, he's like brain dead, and they don't know what happened. But she was looking back on her phone, and the exact time that her brother like had the heart attack is the exact time the rooster stopped crowing in the morning. And so they thought it was so freaky when they figured that out. And obviously they're still dealing with that because he's like still on a ventilator. And this is like a really, this is a recent occurrence that happened. They get back to their home, and sitting underneath the tree where they buried the rooster is just sitting there alive where they buried it. Just alive, just sitting there. And I like talks about creepy stories like that, and I've been obsessed. And they're occurrences that happen around here, like around Chicago, and I've just been obsessed with them. Radio Rental, go watch it. It's so good, or listen to it. I mean,
I don't believe I've heard that genre of music.
what music
it's like
are you
podcast music, but
podcast. Actually, you know what's crazy? I caught myself on some DMX the other day, dude.
Bro.
Dude, I was getting into it, bro. I was getting into it.
Are you there's two types of people that love DMX. There's the people who are in the like recovery community, kind of like the emotional side of DMX.
Yeah.
And then there's the people who like the turn up shit.
Oh man, I grew up with DMX in the 90s, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Were you with the turn up shit?
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna check the cameras. Go ahead.
Man, I was on the job site the other day, man. I was cutting bricks, getting wild, dude, and oh boy, barking on the speaker. Hey, know what I mean? Yeah. I love it. I love it. Drop, shut him down, open up shop. Oh no. That's a Rough Riders road. Yeah, get down, man.
You don't know about it.
Woo!
no,
We be getting down. Yeah, you gotta bark at
before my time. Well, I will say,
I saw DMX in person, by the way.
Nah, for real?
Yeah.
You got to see DMX? Nigga?
Well, not like CM. Like he lived in Arizona for a long time. That's where he kept getting in legal trouble. And I used to live in Arizona, and so I saw him in the mall once. And that, however you expect DMX to act in person, however you expect him to walk or talk and look in person, like he was really
He's
that
gonna
guy.
act just like how he act. He gonna talk. How he gonna talk?
Hey, bitch. Yeah, let's go in this stuff.
Right? Yeah. You know
All
what I'm
of
saying?
it. Yeah. It was like that.
I love being on an all boys pod. It's so great.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say, speaking of music, I just remembered something. Cagney's closes at 1 now.
Is that good or bad?
Bad. They got raided. Cagney's and Enzo.
When did they used to close?
3 a.m.
Cagney's is a bar in Hobart. Hobart is a sundown town that I don't go to.
Okay. But this bar has been around
skeezers.
since like my mom's age. It's been around for a long time, and they've never had to close early. And End Zone got built this year or last year and got put in, and so End Zone's been the new it bar in the area. And people go to Cagney's because Cagney's drinks are cheaper, and they have a DJ that's open later. Well, End Zone got raided for there was a bouncer who was letting underage kids in. And so they got raided. And because they got raided, they raided Cagney's. And Cagney's also got busted with some underage kids. Not so much like... It wasn't so much, there was more people in the other one, but there was one person in Cagney's, and because of it, now all of the popular bars in the area close at 1 a.m. And so right when summer is starting, so it's not good for business. And I don't know, I was just kind of thinking about that the other day because like young people ruin everything. Like,
the kids ruin everything.
That's crazy.
Like the hot take.
For you to say that is
mad.
crazy.
That's crazy. Look at where you're at in life.
I know. I'm getting old. Okay, I just turned 25, by the way. So
kids,
frontal lobe totally developed.
Just annoyed because I mean that was where I like to go and relax and chill. And
till
now
3 a.m.
Well, because my best friend, she lives
you be
an hour and a half. Well, she
relaxing.
No.
Right.
My friend,
don't front.
I don't go out until 11 p.m. because my friend lives an hour and a half away. Right. And she'll start getting ready at 10 p.m. And then by the time we get out, it's already 1 in the morning. And we pulled up to Cagney's the night I got raided. And they said, oh, we close at 1 now. We couldn't even get in the bar. We got all dressed up and ready. And I was like, that sucks because I don't know like where we're supposed to go out now, which is kind of better because I don't really like going out anyway. So like a lot nowadays, but it just sucks because... Now it's like, what is there to do in Indiana past like 9 p.m.? I
mean, the thing is
like
beanbags. When you stop, like I don't drink anymore, and since I've stopped drinking, it's put like my actions in very fair perspective. Like, so I don't go to bars very much because I don't drink. If I go to a bar, like I'm going to hang out with the people that are at the bar. I would go to the bar to have a drink by myself. So it's just like different now. My motives are different for why I go out. Like if you're a person who just doesn't drink, you wouldn't be out like at that time anyway, just because like there's nothing to do.
Well, I don't know. I go out to hang out with my friends. I mean,
for girls, it's probably different for guys. Like, and I was just talking to a friend of mine I was talking to my friend Britt about this the other day. When guys go out, we go out with a purpose. Like we're trying to bag something. When girls go out, they go out to hang out with each other. So like if you're not trying to bag nothing, and you're not trying to drink, it really limits what the fuck you can do in anywhere, really.
I don't know, man. I used to be an adventurer. I used to go out, I used to just go explore by myself.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing that a little bit more, just because I'm the danger. I'm a big, huge black dude. So like,
I am the danger.
I am the danger, and like since I've been like trying to slim down and shit like that, like I have so much more energy to do shit. Like I'm down to ride bikes. I'm down to go swimming. I'm down to do all that. And when I was like a lot bigger, I was not. Like 20 pounds ago, I was not trying to do any of that.
It's drive-in season for sure, but tell me why the drive-in starts at like 6 p.m.
Yeah, it starts
what?
late.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, like it's barely dark. It's barely dark, and it's starting. And I'm like, I want to pull up to the drive-in at 9 p.m.
Yeah,
I want to pull up at 9 p.m. I want to sit for a movie till like midnight, 1 a.m. And that's how my version of drive-ins
double
goes.
feature.
But the double features start earlier. They start way earlier, and they're all out by.
They don't have anything late, or is just
the latest? Like I think I went to a double feature. And the latest we were out there was midnight, and we stayed out there till midnight till the last movie was done, and we were driving to the different screens trying to buy time out there. Like, tell me why everything's done so early. I know it's because it's. I don't want to say it's
Indiana.
I don't want to
fucking COVID. That's why we used to have 24-hour Walmarts, Walgreens.
I'd go to a Walmart for fun at midnight,
dude. Yeah,
I would do
that's
that.
what we used to do.
We don't have that anymore. With COVID.
We used to hit up Myers, Walmarts, dude. Lightsaber fights, riding bikes, dude. We used to get wild at 2 a.m., 1 a.m. Nah. Yeah, dude, being 18,
COVID
17,
shut all that
16.
shit down.
Driving around acting stupid 24 hours a day.
I've been out of Wi-Fi in my house for the last week. and I'm going crazy. I can't get on any access. There's nothing to go out and do. So I'm in bed by like 8 p.m. and I'm like, I'm so lame.
Have survived prior to 2006.
Oh man.
Listen, I'm in my anime era. Yeah. So like, I'm upset because I want to watch my anime.
Let me ask you this: is there anything coming out that you guys have wanted to see? I do. The only thing that I've seen that I do want to go see Fantastic Four. I still haven't. I still got to get my Disney Plus on and catch Thunderbolts because I haven't seen that. But is there anything that you guys want to go see?
Okay, not that I want to go see, but K-pop Demon Hunters just came out on Netflix.
Okay.
And I want to watch it really bad, but I promised my friend I'd wait to watch it with them, and I'm so bad. Like I can't even open Netflix because I want to watch it.
K-pop Demon Hunter.
Yes. Okay. Okay, I don't want to. You guys are not.
You better calm down. Look at me.
I'm so excited. I told you I love a good romance movie. Okay,
and you love those Asians.
I do love Asian men. Okay,
love those Asians.
And it's about this girl. The main character is a girl. She's like, I don't get the hype behind like K-poppers, and I was the same. I was like, I don't get the hype. Then you have this like Asian man like backup that comes out, and she's like, okay, I get it. Like she's like, I get it, and it's about like this. They never get together in the movie from what I've heard, but there's like subtext. And so I don't know. I'm just really excited.
Oh, also I mean, I was sitting at a bonfire on last Saturday and the girlies and their smut books.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh. And the thing is like, here's the thing that I don't understand about the girls and their smut books. They like to read about it, but they don't like a guy who actually does the things that the guys in the smut books does.
Says who?
Says the girls who judge me.
I think that it just depends and it also depends on what girls are into. Like, of course, they don't want anyone to kidnap them and lock them up.
Like, no. He's like, oh, he tied her up and did that, and I'm like, yeah.
Okay, grow back wings and we can talk. Okay?
Well, you can't be nonchalant about it, bro.
No, I mean, I've had interactions with some with some of the girls I was talking to about it. And I'm like, but you judged me for like doing that with my partner. And like, what?
Would you guys watch a smut book like podcast? Comment in the comments because we've talked about bringing it up for like a podcast discussion.
There's literally I could fill these seats with as many girls that I know that read the books and want to come in and talk about it. I was considering doing a book. I know at least 6 or 7 of them, and about maybe 8. I really want to do it. I just don't. I mean, just getting everybody together at once is a nightmare, but I don't know.
I don't know. Would that be an extension of the love panel?
No.
Well, also, I think since they're taking a break off the love panel, I think I'm gonna do like a love panel couples.
Love XXX.
Oh, that I'm gonna do a sex show and then I'm gonna do a couple show. Yeah.
Did you know there's there's a show on Netflix called How to Build Your Sex Dungeon?
How to build your what?
They have Midwest couples. They have Midwest couples apply to get a sex dungeon built in their house, and they find the craziest rooms in the house and they transform them. And I think that's so funny.
Oh, just punch yourself in the back of the head. You'll be fine.
I just think it's funny. Like there's like some people that have like a secret like underground like basement in their cabinets.
A secret underground basement.
You lift the counter and it's like a sex dungeon underneath. And I'm just like, that's wild for the Midwest. But I don't know. I think that a good smut program would go well on this channel.
I agree.
I think it would be great clickbait too.
Let us know in the comments. You want to hear that smut?
Are you willing to coordinate it if I put it together?
Smut.
Are you willing to coordinate the group chat with all the girlies?
Yeah.
You do it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll do it.
Okay.
I will compile a list and we'll put it together.
Like in my head, it sounds like a lot of work, but I'm also like, I really like to talk about smut books. So I'm like, I'll do it. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll
like I was like, but yeah, I have a lot more time on my hands now. I'm starting my new job. What's new? What summer events are happening this summer? We have the Pierogi Fest that's coming up, right?
I'm definitely going to make sure I get to that. I'm going to murder some pierogies.
We have the Pierogi Fest. We have the Blueberry Fest at Johnson's Farms that's coming up.
I don't eat fruit.
Cocktail.
Fruit. I will be, but the Pierogi Fest, I'm like, the thing about dieting is that I now get so excited for times when I can just be a fatty McFat. Like tomorrow, for 4th of July, I'm going to eat a million glizzies, a million barbecue glizzies. I don't even think I'm going to take my own bread so I can just make sure that I fucking up. You just fucking
gonna be the glizzy gobbler. Nom, 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 nom. Look at them glizzies.
Yeah.
That's like 2-3 glizzies in the clip.
Hot take.
Yeah.
Clip that.
The glizzy gobbler. Yeah. Clip that sound, ladies and gentlemen. The glizzy gobbler.
Use that sound on TikTok just so we can refer back to this moment.
Glizzy gobbler.
When I go back and edit and look at the stupid shit that I do on camera, like I just slap myself in
Glizzy
my
gobbler.
eyes. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. What else we got on that list?
You need to use yourself doing stuff like that as a response to some of the stuff we say on the podcast. Like if someone says something stupid, you can be like,
Glizzy gobbler.
Someone says something stupid,
don't like that.
Anyway, I just think that'd be funny.
All right, so nothing
What's
else coming out that you guys.
I don't.
Not really.
What?
I'm trying to think. There was what new movies just came out? In
I'll tell you this. We did. You mentioned it first off because I posted something about it yesterday.
Oh.
I'm starting to do those videos where it's just like me talking and then there's like stuff in the background. I learned how to do cutouts and shit like that. So definitely into that. But we were talking about the Diddy trial and the fact that. Okay, so are you guys surprised at all by the results?
Yes.
What?
Well, yes, no, but yes.
Well, why are you surprised?
I'm surprised because I would think that by now we would have had a way of holding people accountable. All of the evidence they gathered before they arrested him. Imagine if they had just arrested him immediately. They could have gotten him on the prostitution charges a long time ago. They were going for these bigger stuff.
Yeah.
And
I don't think a federal RICO. Do you know what a federal RICO charge?
No.
It's okay.
Enlighten me.
Let me look up.
I was like, I don't. Yes, but I don't want to speak on it and be wrong.
Enlighten us and all the viewers.
I'm gonna give you the definition of a RICO. A RICO is a racketeer and corrupt. It's an acronym for the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. So in a RICO, in a federal RICO, there's a state RICO and there's a federal RICO. Young Thug was in a state RICO, which is why it was so easy for him to get off. Diddy has the same lawyer Young Thug has, but in a federal RICO, you have to prove that they used the business to create a criminal enterprise to facilitate crime. They did not prove that he used Bad Boy in order to intimidate. It was more of a relationship squabble between. It was an abuse. The way that the defense presented it is that he's not using the fact that he's her boss to intimidate her to do these actions. He's using the fact that they're in a relationship and they're in love. And then when they got Cassie on the stand and they were asking her about her relationship with Puff, and she admitted on the stand that she still loves him, and that it was then, and they spoke on how much love they had together. Then they played back, or then they showed all the text messages about how it was just a part of their actual relationship. That's the reason why he got acquitted, why he got acquitted of the racketeering charge and the trafficking charge, but the prostitution charge, no, because in prostitution, the definition, like if you fly someone across state lines for the purpose of having sex and you pay them, or if there's any form of payment, which they found out, I mean, there was people paid to come and have sex. That's prostitution.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get that, but that's not anything federal. That's not a felony. That is like a misdemeanor at most. So he's gonna get
20
most likely
years max.
No, he could.
He ain't even gonna get no years.
The max is in jail time.
Really?
Yeah. There's no jail time. The most he can get is time served, probably, and a big huge
I think
fine.
the only solution here is for them to discontinue baby oil because if he doesn't have baby oil, then he's out of a job, right?
The big thing is they should have gotten him on beating her.
Yeah,
but that was years ago. The statute of limitations is what it is.
Listen, I'd forgive a man who beat the shit out of me if he gave me like $5 million, like if he punched the shit out of me.
And that's the reason why Diddy didn't go to jail.
I know.
That's big
because
money.
Money. She loved the experience she received after. So just because someone apologizes and does an action for something doesn't make it right what they did in the first place. Just because if a doctor cheated on his final exams to get into medical school and has saved like 600 lives because of it, doesn't mean he deserves a license. He cheated on the initial exam, right? If a lawyer did that, all of the cases where they did good, they go out the window. So why is it any different for like other cases? I don't know.
My question is, do you guys think that P. Diddy is going to come out of this and be able to pick up where he left off career-wise?
Absolutely. Because he's a man.
Do you think so?
You're ridiculous.
No, I'm serious. Think about it. There are so many men that do support him. His entire like following, if you look him up, it's like majority men. He knows high people in high places, specifically men.
Yeah, and that's why he's getting off on everything.
Yes, that he's going to be able to come right back into the industry.
The conspiracy is that he had a video of high-ranking people in high-ranking places, and he pretty much traded that coming out for his freedom. But that's a conspiracy, and I don't spread conspiracies. But
if Taylor Swift
that
Swift
seems
did
like the most viable thing, like the most viable thing. You know, why else did he get off on all that? On all of that,
I think it's just because they proved that it was a love squabble. They did a really good job of it.
That's a lot of baby oil for a love squabble.
Well, yeah, that's why it's prostitution. The baby oil is for the prostitutes.
Do you think that he's going to be under a close watch specifically? I think
yes.
that even if he gets away with it, I want to say that like obviously it's not going to be the same. He's going to be under watch. He's not going to be able to get away with as much, but I do think he's still going to be able to get away with stuff.
R. Kelly's
because
still
of his
locked
connections.
R. Kelly is still locked. He's not gonna. But I think it's gonna be close to like the O.J. Simpson situation. Right. So O.J. didn't go to jail for killing, Nicole Simpson and everything. He went to jail for some other shit that he did. And I think the feds don't like to lose, man. When you use the taxpayers' money,
tax evasion or some shit he went to jail for.
Yeah, or trying to steal shit. It's something in Vegas, but whenever you waste the federal money and the federal government's time, and whenever someone you're on their radar forever. So my thing is like, I understand, Diddy's got enough money to where he can live a pretty comfortable life and stay out of the limelight and whatnot. But
I think he's gonna flee.
No, I don't think so. But right before this whole thing happened, he dropped one of the best albums of the decade. And if you guys haven't gone and listened to that Love album, oh my fucking God, bro.
I know you're not advertising to go listen to some of this shit right
I'm just saying. Here's the thing. When Diddy doesn't make music himself where he's rapping on everything, he curates it where it's kind of like DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled's album are full of other people rapping and singing. That's how this album was. Okay. It has Jasmine Sullivan on it. It has just a lot of very talented artists on it. I think it has SZA on it. I mean, he's got some really big names on this album. Jazzy's on it, but very, very, very good quality music. Mary J. Blige is on it. Justin Bieber's on it. The Dream's on it. Like some very quality music is on it. It's such a good. If you get a chance, and I'm not caping for him, but like, fuck, if we got to go through that to get that album again, I would go through it all over.
You didn't go through shit.
Well, I'm just saying. But anyway, but your comment about what you would do she got over $25 million.
So I do believe she was in love with him. Well, I do believe that, right? Like, that's not a hot take.
Like I for 25 mil.
Isn't there like a thing called captor syndrome? You know what I mean? Like
not imposter syndrome, but Stockholm.
Yeah,
Stockholm.
Like that's a version of Stockholm. I don't think it was Stockholm. I feel like.
No, not if I mean, she was able to leave him, and she did with his trainer.
Was she?
With his trainer, yeah.
Was she?
I don't know. She loved that man.
Yeah.
She loved that man.
That's terrible.
Do we have anything else on the list?
Really fast, I want to talk about just an update on the
food.
On the I can't think of her name now. The girl, Blake Lively case.
Oh, yeah.
Candace Owens got called in to testify.
For what?
To testify on Yeah, let's talk about that.
The black chick?
She's been doing a lot of commentaries, and she looks at all the legal documentations between the two of them and what they submit. And she's been piecing things together and making videos about it. And she got called into the stand to speak. I don't know who she got called in to speak for, but she got called in and was subpoenaed.
No shit.
I thought that was really interesting to learn. I saw that
Candace
yesterday
Owens.
on YouTube.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
It's different.
and she's been kind of doing like this podcast style where she talks on a lot of hot takes that have been happening, which I thought is really interesting, and I've watched some of them, but I've been getting really into her Blake Lively podcast, and she just puts all the facts out there, and I'm pretty sure she's on his side, but I think she got called in for Blake Lively's side, which I think is crazy. So I thought that was interesting, and she's all ear to ear, a smile. She's like, I got called in, I got subpoenaed. She's like, your girl is popular. And I think it's hilarious. So that was just another new update on that.
She's cool. I enjoy her. Candace Owens.
Yeah,
she's cool.
I'm glad that she got subpoenaed because she's like kind of like a baddie. She's gonna go in with all the facts. She's like, this is what we know.
Right.
She's gonna tell the defense, this is what you need to say and how you need to say it because this is all the evidence, and she's gonna lay it out. And I'm like, all right, do their job for them, Candace.
It's gonna be straight shots, no misses,
right?
Full clip.
Have you guys eaten anything lately or tried anything new lately that?
I want to try the new pickle slushie and pickle burger from Sonic because we know that I like pickle flavored stuff here. We've brought in the kimchi pickles, we brought in sweet pickles, we brought in.
You've been trying to kill me with that sodium.
Yes, but they have this new. Even Popeye's brought out a pickle item, right? We tried that on here. Pickles. And I was gonna bring it in, but I might bring it in next time. But it's a burger, and the burger is $16.
From where?
From Sonic.
Jesus Christ.
I thought that's insane. Someone tried to order it, and they posted a picture of it the other day, and I was like, "What?" I mean, it's like a burger this big, though.
It better be.
It better be something I can share for $16.
That's what I'm saying. And then they have the pickle. So I was just gonna get the pickles. I wasn't gonna buy the burger. I was being a cheapskate. I was like, I'm not gonna get the burger. I'm gonna get the pickle slush, but I haven't tried that yet. So if you guys have spent the $20 between the two, let us know what you think of it and if it's worth the buy for the pod. Because might splurge on that for the pod if it's worth it. But I can't convince myself to spend the money. But that's something new that came out. And the How to Train Your Dragon at Burger King. That burger came out, and their flaming hot mozzarella sticks.
Wendy's has.
I was gonna say Wendy's just came out with that Takis.
Yeah, did you guys try that?
No, I just seen it the other day.
Joe, I'm pretty sure Joe's gonna try it for next week.
Man, I wanna try that bad boy. That sounds delicious.
And the Taki fries.
I haven't even seen that yet.
The Taki fries, and then it's the Taki burger. They put they crunch the Takis on the burger.
Speaking of, I want to watch the How to Train Your Dragon movie. I just remembered. That's what I was trying to remember.
That's what we gotta go see?
Yes.
We definitely do need to go see a movie all together as a group.
That'd be cool.
Eventually.
Can we go watch the How to Train Your Dragon?
I mean, we could do that. I mean, it's like they got $5 movies at the fucking.
I gotta bring the little ones. That's for sure.
Yeah, $5 make it holla.
Really
The 8-year-old and the 5-year-old do well.
Yeah, we'll plan that. I'm gonna plan that in about a month.
Okay.
To give everybody
You
time.
think it's still gonna be
then
out in
maybe we need
theaters?
to pick a new movie then.
Yeah, no, we'll pick a new movie, but I'm gonna plan a group outing where we all go see a movie together.
Okay.
And it's a thing.
Yes, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And we can all review it here together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll try the Taki fries too for next time. Even though
I will tell you this: when you do keto, you got to get creative on how to replace certain things. And I wanted to make I made tacos, but I wanted to spice it up a little bit. So I used some cauliflower and I cooked it down in butter a lot, and I smashed it till it was like really tiny. I could have brought cauliflower rice, but I mean it's just cheaper to just do it this way. I already had it, so and then I took taco seasoning in that, and then I have some keto Cajun seasoning, and I put some pork in the air fryer. And I season it up. When I season things, I don't just season it with one thing. I season it with everything. I season it with like just a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Little paprika, pepper,
garlic powder,
Lowry's, garlic powder,
Mike Lowry's,
and then the Cajun stuff to on top. And I threw that in the air fryer, chopped that up. And then I had some, of course, your cheese, sour cream, that type of stuff. And then, did I have anything else in there?
So like what you're saying? The cauliflower that was your. That was your tortilla?
No, the cauliflower was like the rice.
Oh, okay. That was the rice. Oh, I was gonna say that you can say it was a tortilla. Like
it came out fire.
Would you have
with
like keto tortillas then?
Yeah.
Oh, you put cheese with it too, and then you make a tortilla out of it. Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah. But outside of that, I've been eating like really dense lately. Like I've been eating like boiled eggs and shit like that.
Me too. Actually, that's like what I've been eating. That and then salmon have been my two big twos that I've been eating. That
I cooked down a bunch of chicken breast last night. Threw some hot sauce on some, or took it out when it was almost done. Threw some red hot on one side. Threw some barbecue on the other side, and left the middle plain. And
you just totally reminded me. I made some fried rice the other day for the first time. Like some actual fried rice. Like it was the cold white rice the day before. You know what I mean? I had a chicken breast the day before, so it was already like all seasoned and like. Man, I put that bad boy together. Learned how to cook it with the egg, you know.
Put soy sauce in it?
Well, yeah, soy sauce, teriyaki sauce. You got to have that umami in there. Man, and it was probably the best fried rice I'd ever And I've been trying so hard to experiment, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Well, restaurants, when you get at restaurants, they put so much sodium in it that it counteracts like the good parts of it.
Yeah,
and then you make it at home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like I made it at home, and I think I finally got that recipe on lockdown. Because even the woman was like, holy shit. And I'm like, yeah, for sure. Tried it with the beef. It's got to be the chicken. It's got to be the chicken fried rice. And I also tried it with shrimp. And the shrimp is fucking fire. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So the fried rice, you know, I'm trying to get my cooking skills up to par, man.
Speaking of cooking skills, do you know Stardew Valley just dropped a cookbook?
Who?
Stardew Valley. It's a video game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a really popular video game. It's like one of the top ones right now. And they just dropped a cookbook with all of like their imaginary recipes in the game.
Oh, I like
and they
that.
hired professional chefs to design the recipes.
I like that.
So it just dropped, and I thought that was cute too. So and it's all healthy. So if you look it up. Also, my friend from Hawaii, shout out Cameron. She is sending me lihi moi for us to try on the pod as well.
Bet.
Yeah. So she sent me lihi moi. It comes from a nut in Hawaii, like from a Hawaiian tree. It's like yeah. So.
I think we need to try like a spam roll.
But you have to try it like a what?
Spam roll.
Spam musubi?
Yeah, with like a roll with a. Yeah.
I'll make it.
Yeah.
I can make it.
Yeah.
I'll bring that in. We can have like a Hawaiian night. I'll bring some Hawaiian snacks.
Oh, I would dress up the place too. That'd be great.
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
Sweet.
We can do that because the box comes in this week, so I'll have it for our next pod. We can do it.
Bet.
We wear Hawaiian shirts. We'll make it a thing because I can make up some spam musubis, and I can make up. She's sending me lihi moi candy, so we get to try it on different candies, and then lihi moi, just the powder for you to try it on fruit. And I know you said you're not a fruit person, but we're gonna put it on some apples and some pineapples, and then also she is sending me some Hawaiian popcorn. It's called Hurricane Mix, and it's just furikake seasoning and some rice crackers and some popcorn. So super fun. I feel like
I'm writing
you
it
guys
down.
would dig
Right, Hawaii entertainment episode next week.
Yeah.
And then I need to.
I feel like that would have gone hard with the Lilo and Stitch pod though, but
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
that's okay.
What are you going to do? You can't win them all.
That's okay.
Take that.
Yeah.
Oh, glizzy gobbler.
Oh my! If you guys don't roast them the fuck out on TikTok, we're gonna have problems.
Glizzy gobbler.
But that's all that's new. Besides, there's a new bill that got passed on the 4th as well.
The big beautiful bill.
The bill that cuts the SNAP program, but we're gonna have more info on that next time we talk to you because we don't know exactly how it's affecting.
It's the best bill ever.
Indiana healthcare workers just yet. So
Such a clean bill. Everyone loves the bill. Everyone acts like they love the bill. They want to do what's best. We're trying to erase everything that Joe Biden messed up before. Such a clean bill. It's a big, beautiful bill I've never seen before. Such a beautiful bill. Such a beautiful bill.
beautiful bill. I hope you guys like paying for food. So
I hope you guys like paying for food. That's hilarious.
I hope you like paying an arm and a leg because it's going to get more expensive and there's going to be less of it. So, but I mean, do you peeps?
Do you?
Thanks for tuning in.
All right. Yeah. Appreciate you guys coming in. Appreciate you guys staying a little later today. And it was a nice little show. This will be out tomorrow. So we will.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th for everybody.
Happy Independence Day.
Yeah. Happy white
4th
people
of
stole
July.
this land.
I'll tell you
Thank
what.
you, all the military.
Damn it, Dale.
Thank you for your services.
Yeah.
Damn it, Dale. I'm going to kick your ass.
We appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you. It was a vibe. It was real. This is the panel. They call me Swill. And we will see you guys very, very soon.
Thank you.
All right.
Uh-oh.